So this is the second in my videos about my talus injury in my ankle. In this video I'm going to talk about what happened and why I ended up smashing my ankle up on limestone in Greece. So just to set the scenario a bit, I'm a climber for fun. It's kind of a hobby for me. I'm not particularly good. I climb about a grade 6B, 6B plus. I've climbed outside in quite a few places. I'm lucky. I've got lots of friends who go on climbing holidays and I really enjoy it. I climb indoors a lot in London when I get a chance. And it's become a bigger part of my life over the last couple of years as I've got more and more into it, as a lot of young and old people have. It's becoming a bigger thing, rock climbing. So anyway, to set the scene. So I was in Kalymnos in Greece, which is a popular climbing destination. It's an island not far from Kos. I was having a great time. I'd gone on holiday with a big group of, I think there were 12 of us. And actually I'd spent a few days at the beginning of the holiday doing some work I had to do because I'm a freelance editor. And I'd stayed in while my mates had gone out climbing. And the day this occurred, I had finished the work pretty much in the morning. So I'd headed out to meet my friends, all happy. They'd gone off early in the morning to a crag called Kalymnos, which is somewhere between, it's not far from the main town of Missouri, where you stay generally when you go rock climbing Kalymnos. It's kind of between a crag called Poets, which you can walk up to from the main town, and the famous iconic Grand Grotto, which is what you often see on the front of rock climbing guides and pictures of Greece. Climbing in Greece is kind of one of the most snapped areas because it's this massive cave, and there's some really hard routes in there that I could never do, but you know, they're really overhanging, and there's a beautiful view of the sea behind when you take these pictures. So anyway, that's to set the scene. So I'd gone up to meet some friends and got on a 6A plus to warm up, although I did actually find it quite hard. Then I did a 6B, which I really enjoyed doing, and I managed to do that with no rests on site, and I was really happy, feeling all confident. Then I went around the corner and got on a 6B plus called Mammy or Gree. A guy on the trip called Doug was belaying me with a Gree, and it was quite a slabby route. So slabby means it's like that. So going up here, and it was a 6B plus. So having just done a 6B, I was like, I'm doing now on site a 6B plus. Woo! So I headed up. 6B plus is my highest grade that I've climbed both indoor and out. So I was feeling a bit. I had done a 6B plus a few days ago, a few days previous, but with one rest. So I was eager to get a 6B plus with no rests. So anyway, I headed on up, and it was slabby to start with, and then there was a bit of an overhang to get up, which I managed to get up, and that led to a bit of a bump, which I managed to also get up. My hoodie that I had on was flapping around a bit because it was a bit of a windy day, and it was starting to do my head in a bit. Got a bit stressed out with that, but I managed to find somewhere to rest and do that up. I think I got about 4 clips up, and I was managing to put the equipment in okay. So quick draw, rope, Then I got to a hard bit, and so I'd put the equipment in the bolt that was just below, and I then went up to the next bolt, which was a bit more difficult to get to. It started to get a bit tricky, and I managed to balance myself and get my quick draw off my harness, and I put it into the bolt, So far so good. But I did kind of realise I was in a bit of a precarious position, and I thought, I'll know what, I'll get my foot where this massive, about that big kind of hole was in the rock. So I got it in there because I thought if I've got my foot in there, then I can stand up and grab something with my hands and all will be well. The bolt was kind of about the same level as my waist probably at this point. So I got my foot in, yes, all good, confident, stood up, tried to grab something with my hands, and I was holding on, but perhaps not very securely, and I went to, because at this point obviously the quick draw was in, so all's going well as long as I get the rope in, because if I don't get the rope in I'm not secure, and if I were to fall then it would be to the last piece of equipment I would fall to, which is probably 2 meters below me. So yeah, then I grabbed the rope and tried to put it in, but I think basically my balance was lost when I grabbed because I tried to move my body to get the rope from in between my legs where it was hanging down, and that movement tipped my balance and I fell. I let out an enormous almighty scream, which I tend to do when I fall. It's just like a reaction I don't really control, and I know that the fall was a long one because the scream was really long. It was like ah, but probably much more, I thought someone was coming in, a lot more feminine than that. Like ah, I don't know, anyway, who cares. So I fell a long way, and as I said earlier, below there was a bit of a kind of bump in the rock, and it was already a bit of a slabby route, and so I just crashed my ankle. My ankle took all the impact, fell probably 5 or 6 meters into the rock below, and I think the impact kind of swung my body round a bit, and I was like pushed onto one side as well. Obviously the harness took my weight, and I didn't come out of it because it was securely attached, and it didn't bang my head, thank God. I didn't have my helmet on either, I'm ashamed to say. I'd taken my helmet to the crag and it was on my rucksack still. I hadn't put it on. Why? God knows, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, thankfully I didn't bang my head, but the ankle was pretty smashed up, and I could see immediately when I did it that it began to swell around the left ankle. I'll just show you actually now what it's looking like. So yeah, it's in a cast that's been cut open so the doctors can look at it here. In the next video I'll talk about the rescue and the Greek diagnosis. Bye!